Hey guys, welcome back to Cajun Horror Talk. I'm Jake.
And Ross.
Today we're talking about the one movie who could get us back on track and filming again. That'd be Halloween Kills from 2021.
Evil dies tonight.
So grab a beer, grab a cup of coffee.
Let's talk horror.
All right, guys. It has finally arrived.
Finally,
We have
awaited.
We have waited for this movie for so long.
Oh, it's only been pushed back a year.
I know, but
just a year.
since October of 2018, we've been waiting for it.
Yeah, I've been waiting for it forever. So logistically, 3 years I've been waiting for this freaking movie.
Yeah. So we are looking at Halloween 2018. This will be a spoiler review. If you do not want to hear spoilers, please, I beg of you, back out. Come back and listen to this after you watch the movie.
Yes. The sequel to Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, finally upon us.
Yeah, Ross and I can't do spoiler-free reviews. We can't control ourselves that much.
No, I'm just going to blab everything anyway. So if you don't want to hear shit about this movie, you might just want to back out right now. Because I'm going to tell you everything. And everything that I don't like and everything I do like and everything.
We're liable to open up with... I'm opening up with a spoiler. So, anyways...
Yeah, might as well. Fuck it.
So we're looking at Halloween Kills 2021. Obviously, just came out this week. Running time of 1 hour and 46 minutes.
Oh, it could have been so much longer. I would have watched.
That's true. So we have returning Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode, of course.
Of course.
Judy Greer plays her daughter Karen.
Of course.
Andy Matichak plays her daughter Allison.
Who I'm hoping at some point they're going to pass the torch down to.
It'll happen eventually.
I'm assuming it's going to happen eventually, but I just can't wait for it.
First spoiler of the night, Will Patton returns as Officer Hawkins.
Yes, he is not dead, guys. He's not dead. He took one in the throat and he's still ticking.
Right. So Thomas Mann plays Youngly Hawkins.
Great job.
Dylan Arnold returned as Cameron Elam. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
Robert Longstreet plays the adult Lonnie Elam.
Yes. Very well done by
Anthony
all
Michael
actors.
Hall plays the adult Tommy Doyle.
Yes.
Charles Cyphers returns as Lee Brackett.
Which I was actually really excited when I saw him on screen. I know you saw me like, oh, yes!
Yeah.
Every time he popped up.
Scott MacArthur plays Big John. And Michael McDonald plays Little John. We'll get to that.
Little John.
Kylie Richards returns as Lindsay.
Of course. I was so happy to see that they actually got the original actress that played Lindsay Wallace to come back.
Miss Nancy Stevens returns as Marion.
Yeah.
And then, of course,
which, by the way, does not look like she was old enough to be the nurse in 1978.
Right.
She did not look that old in this movie.
She really did not.
You've aged very well, ma'am. Very good job.
And, of course, you have Aaron Armstrong, who played the throwback shape.
Yeah.
From 1978, the slimmer down version.
Oh, it was so good to see an old school feel Michael Myers in this movie.
And then James Drew Courtney, of course, plays the shape.
And well done.
Of course.
Very well done.
Just like 2018. Did a fantastic job.
Perfectly placed.
And, of course, as a cameo, Nick Castle also played the shape in this again.
Yes, he did. It's Nick Castle, man.
The original.
It's Nick Castle. You got to throw him in there at some point.
Yep.
You have to. I loved the...
Okay, I want to open up by letting you know Cameron's not coming back for the third one.
Yeah, Cameron was like the best character arc where you saw this. He's the bad boy who's trouble, and the good girl gave him a chance, and then he fucked up, but then he realized he fucked up, and he had this redemption moment. He's like, I don't care. I fucked up. I'm here for you. I don't care. We'll work past this afterwards.
His arc was a plane that ran out of gas.
Yes.
It crashed.
This was a documentary about Kobe Bryant, and Cameron died at the top of a stairs. He was brutally beaten and then had the head fucking twisted. There's no way he's gone.
Sorry, you guys that are watching.
He died in a skirt.
He did. He died in a skirt.
Hey, you know what? They went in that house like Bonnie and Clyde, though. They broke in that bitch with fucking handguns and shotguns, and they was ready to rock.
That ain't no shit.
They went out. And you know what? The dad actually said that. You know how that story ends, right? Bonnie and Clyde? Yeah, it's not pretty.
So, hey, sorry for you guys that are watching. This is a new setup. I guess we got to address the elephant in the room.
There's
not
fucking
me,
elephant?
But we haven't been on in a while. we were actually both working on another project that got canceled thanks to Hurricane Ida because we both ended up displaced for the storm.
Of course. And of course, between COVID and the storm that slapped the southeast Louisiana region, we kind of just been out of sorts for a little bit. We'll be back though, guys.
Yeah.
We're coming
and
back.
Before
full
that, again,
swing.
like I said, we was working on another project that kind of got canceled because some of the guys who were with us in that kind of got messed up for the storm. So now we're kind of trying to get back into the swing of things and getting back into our movies. And, of course, we're not going to miss Halloween Kills.
Of course we're not. And hopefully we can get back onto the other project that we were working on at some point in the distant future. It's not going to be for a while, though, guys.
All right, can I just go ahead and just say this? I love this freaking movie.
I loved it. This is on par, if not better than 2018. It was in keeping with everything I expected this movie and wanted this movie to be. It definitely delivered, hands down. Y'all did a great fucking job on this movie. I don't have very many complaints. I have a couple of little nitpicky, bitchy things, but that's only because I was watching it looking for something to bitch about.
Yep.
It's the only reason I have anything to bitch about. The first time I watched it, because we watched this twice in preparation for this movie, the first time I watched it, no bias, not looking to pick anything apart. I just wanted to enjoy the movie because I'm a huge fucking fan and I have been for years. So the first time we watched it, it was literally just, I want to get through this. I want to see what happens. And I tell you what, if I'd have tried to take notes the first time we watched this, I wouldn't have got many notes down. I'd have been so fucking excited I wouldn't have been able to write anything.
And for the record, guys, it is currently like 11 o'clock on October 15th. We sat down this afternoon and did like a run through of 78, 18.
And then binge watch, a whole binge session.
Yep. And then we actually watched this one twice. Once to just as fanboys, just to sit down and watch the movie. And then to go back again and just analyze the movie.
And try to break it apart as best we can.
We kind of failed on that end. I mean, we joked a little bit more during it, but it's so much going on.
Look, if you're not looking for something to bitch about in this movie, you're not going to find something to bitch about in this movie. And I'm going to address some of the main complaints that I've seen about this movie as far as, because I didn't read any of the comments or reviews or anything prior to watching it. Everyone seems to be bitching about the fact that there was too much going on.
Yeah, that's why
there was a lot going on. That was kind of part of the story. I think this story focused a lot more around the actual story of Michael Myers than Laurie Strode, and the way that they very geniusly dismissed the whole Laurie Strode thing. Like, they flat out pretty much said in this movie, I mean, not quoting verbatim, but pretty much the vibe was, Laurie, you're not that important.
Yeah.
Like, you're dreaming this up that something's going to happen. He doesn't care about you.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Like,
that was this was Halloween Kills. He's just not that into you. That's what this was. They were like, the whole story was like, Laurie, he's not coming for you.
Basically, what they told her was, and look, I love Jamie Lee Curtis. I love Laurie Strode.
Oh,
should she have probably died in the last one in 2018? We said that she should have.
She should have. I'm sorry, but it's nothing against Laurie. I love her I love Jamie Lee Curtis as an actress. I love Laurie Strode as a character, but I'm waiting for her to pass that torch down to Allison.
And it's like they keep waiting for one more movie. But they pretty much sat there and told her character that, look, there is one speck in all of the Halloween universe that all of the galaxies and all of the planets revolve around.
Yeah.
That speck is Michael Myers.
It's not Michael Myers. It's not her. Yeah. See, in the last one, of course, we see them in the house fire at the end where they've trapped Michael and they set the house on fire to trap him in certain death and he's going to die. It's done. It's the end of Michael Myers.
Which that's not really a spoiler because, I mean, here's the thing. Like, how there's
another movie. Everyone saw the trailer, I'm sure. If you're a fucking horror movie fan, you saw the trailer for this movie. You know what happens. Now, my thing of it is when they were in the hospital, Laurie is so fucking sure that he's coming to the hospital.
Yeah.
And it's almost like she saw Halloween 2 back in the day. She saw the whole movie. She's like, bruh, this is fucking deja vu. This motherfucker. Do not
get in the hot tub.
He's coming for me. He's going to get me. He knows it's me. And it wasn't until, thank God that Allison was actually in the backseat of that car.
Yes.
Whenever Zartane did all that shit with Hawkins and he put on the mask and all that crap. She was actually in the backseat. She knew that Michael had no fucking clue where to find Laurie.
Yeah.
That was Zartane's fucking obsession. He wanted to see what was going to happen. He wanted to witness Michael in the wild. He wanted to witness what would actually happen and see him in that unrestrained territory that, and he said earlier in the first one, 2018, nobody but Loomis has seen him in the wild.
Yep.
As far as where he's coming from. He wanted to witness it first.
Okay. Speaking, you said the name. The magical name of Dr.
Loomis. Oh, we're going to talk about Loomis now.
The flashback scene, guys, was so spot on.
Fantastic.
It was so good. Oh, I said his name in passing earlier, just kind of going through the names.
Yes, but fucking great job. You definitely...
Aaron Armstrong.
Nostalgic.
I want to see if they ever remake this, if they ever remake Halloween, he has to play Michael Myers.
He was, for a lack of a better term, nostalgic.
Yes.
It was like watching Loomis again as a child.
Well, no, I'm talking about Aaron Armstrong is the one that played Michael in that.
Oh, I thought, who's the guy that played
I
the
wanna
flashback from
see.
Loomis? I thought that was the guy that played Loomis. My
No,
bad.
he's the one who played Michael in that, and he
did fucking great too.
He looked like Nick Castle. He moved like Nick Castle.
That's very important as far as this franchise is concerned. Is the first movie he wasn't even addressed as Michael Myers in the credits. He was the shape. That's all he was. He was a meaningless shape. He was walking through, killing, doing horrible things. Now, everybody knows, because everybody who's a fan of horror movies has seen the Scream franchise. What are all the rules whenever you go forward to this? Your sequels and your subsequent movies always have to have kill counts have to be higher and more elaborate.
Yeah, we learned that in Scream.
They fucking delivered the hell out of this.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
they did so much better. They had some great moments where they showed, like, it was almost like some behind the scenes. The scene where he stabbed the man in the house after the drone fight.
Yes.
Where the drone flies off into the room and then somebody throws it back. It's obviously the drone's not flying. And they're like, oh, my God, there's someone in the house. Like they always do. You go check it out. So he goes back there. He turns on the lights. Michael immediately punches the fucking light, turns the light out, which was a genius fucking move because you only see a flash of him before the lights go back out. That scene in the final kill where he stabs a lady with a fluorescent bulb. Those long fucking fluorescent bulbs. And he then returns back to the guy on the counter, and he not only stabs him, and he's like, oh, another knife. Oh, another knife. Oh, another knife. And he's just like fucking.
Oh, look at nickel. Oh, look at nickel.
All the aggression that he fucking has, and he stabs him like 5 fucking times before he gets like, okay, this is the last knife. I guess I better go now. And he just leaves this dude with fucking knives all in his back. I love that visceral and that rawness that you see, and he brought to that character of Michael Myers where it's impulsive. It's not like, oh, I think I'm just gonna kill somebody. It's like, no, it's an urge. I have to fucking kill you. Like,
I gathered from that
anger.
I gather from all that, like, you motherfucker set me on fire.
Yeah, you crispy fried motherfucker.
He turned his head one way and then back the other way. It's like original recipe and extra crispy. He is just freaking mad at this point. And that's the first house he gets to after he gets out of the fire.
It is.
So he's in a whole nother realm of pissed off. By the way,
rage and impulse. What was the name of the guy who played Loomis?
There are 2 names attributed to it. Tom Jones Jr. and Colin Mahan. I'm guessing one did the voice and one was the physical actor.
Okay. I will make sense. Now, but, like I said earlier, and I will not take that back, nostalgic. I felt like I was a child again watching Dr. Loomis for the first time. That was so real.
Allegedly, there was no CGI used for the
character.
It was
all practical effects and makeups and stuff?
It was makeup, and like they actually just took makeup and made him look like Loomis.
That is some of the movie magic that I fucking love, where you get away from that computer technology. Because a lot of times and we've come a long ways with CGI, but a lot of times you can still fucking tell, and it takes away some of that realness.
Now,
you want some of that raw.
I like the filter they put over the camera and the.
It was like that sepia footage where it makes it look just a little bit tinted differently to where it was like old school feel to it.
It looked like
the flashback. All of the flashback scenes they did, absolutely loved. It showed some. It was almost like the flashbacks here reminded me of almost like a documentary of what it was like to be in the Halloween movie in the original. It was like this behind-the-scenes shit that nobody else really saw, and you kind of got to see it. I loved the scene where because you never see him actually captured by police.
And that's the thing, like
I loved that thought.
Because
at the end of the day, that was them bringing it home to he's still just a man.
Yeah,
it's like, no, he's a guy. We got a bunch of police, and we're gonna fucking arrest him. That's what we do.
Well, I know in the movie that they were gonna make before they made 2018, it was gonna be Halloween Returns.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to do a flashback scene in that one, but it was going to be in the next town over where Michael had got out of the house and kept walking and made it to the next town over and kept killing people that night.
Yeah.
And it was going to be one of Loomis's assistants that shows up with the cops and catches him. And that would have transitioned into that doctor in the new movies.
That wouldn't have been a bad way to play it, actually, but I don't mind the way that they did it.
No, I don't mind it either.
The way they did it here. I absolutely loved all the callbacks, the throwbacks, and what people keep bitching about is too many people. They brought back a lot of the original cast, as he mentioned earlier when he ran down the actors in the cast that were playing. But they bring back Tommy Doyle. Yeah. They bring back Lindsay Wallace. Yep. They bring back Lonnie. They bring back Marion. There's another one I'm missing. They brought back. Oh, Hawkins is already back, and they brought back Sheriff Brackett. Sheriff
Yeah.
Brackett's working in the hospital. Whenever he gets there, he recognizes Laurie Strode's name whenever she comes in. Apparently, he's retired from the police force and he's doing the security at the hospital instead. But he recognizes Laurie Strode's name and immediately fucking. I don't think anybody would ever forget that. I mean,
no.
Now, kill count. The bigger the better, more elaborate. Of course, in the first Halloween, it's brought through many of these. The second movie in 2018, it's mentioned in this one, but there's 5 kills in like the original movie.
Yeah.
The second one, I think, 2018 when they started the reboot, when they retconned everything past Halloween from Halloween 2 on, so where it made 2018 just a continuation of 1978. They surpassed that kill count in the first like 17 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. And in this one, it was right at the fucking beginning.
I'm almost positive, unless you take out the scene in 6 where he kills all those doctors in that fucking office.
I'm pretty
sure the kill count in this movie would surpass all these sequels put together.
Well, you got to figure
Did you ever look and see what the kill count was in this movie?
I did not actually look that up. I'm not even sure if that would be online yet. All I know is that at the very beginning of the movie, when it transitioned from the end of 2018 with the fire trucks and everything, that's where this movie actually physically starts chronologically. Michael comes out of the fucking house. First, he kills one of the firemen inside of the house. A second one tries to help him out of the house. He kills that guy. When the rest of them, the fire department who's trying to put the fire out, hear the scream and they're like, oh shit, something's going on. One of the guys in the house screaming, there's somebody in the house. He walks out.
25.
It's 25?
Yeah.
Dude, there was 11 of the fire department that he killed. That's fucking ridiculous. So
yeah,
that would definitely pad his numbers. But it was 11. It was 11, and I think the mob at the very end, I think, was 7 or 8.
Yeah, so that may be off. That was just something I just pulled up real quick online.
Yeah, that might be an actual validated count. That might be on-screen kills or things like that. This is a brand new movie. It hasn't been out. Nobody's actually sat down and pegged through everything of it just yet. We haven't. I probably should have. I was watching, but I was so involved in the fucking movie, I couldn't keep track of what was going on. But they mentioned during one of the news reports that 11 first responders were found dead.
Yeah.
At Laurie Strode's compound, which is where the firemen were. So he busts out. Now, this man, after locking himself in one of Laurie's secure drawers to avoid the fire.
I have to go back and watch 2018 because I feel like when she rolled that door up in 2018, like the guns were right inside the door.
It didn't seem like there'd be enough room for somebody to fit in there. It seemed like they made a little bit more room in this one. I'd have to actually rewatch 2018.
Yeah, like this one right here, it rolls up as like a walk-in closet.
It's like a closet almost. But in this one, that's where he escapes the flames and everything by rolling down a secure door. And they mentioned the fact that he's a 6-year-old with the strength of a man and the mind of an animal. So he's just thinking basic instinct. How the fuck do I get out of this? How am I going to survive? And the first thing, what do kids do when they get scared? Hide in the closet.
Yep.
That's what the fuck he did. And as soon as he saw an opportunity to fucking get out,
somebody did a lot in this movie.
Up. What?
Hide in the closet.
Hide in the closet. He did hide in the closet. He hid in the closet in 2018 too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a thing for him.
Yeah, come out the closet, Michael. We all know.
It's
okay.
Cool. It's fine.
It's okay. It's okay.
We all accept
you.
Yeah.
You're fine.
That's
why we got away from the whole Laurie Strode with his sister. That's the first girl that turned him down. That's what the real story is. We needed like a 60 minutes expose on why he's trying to kill the bitch that didn't want to go to prom with him.
Going back to some of the negatives that we keep, because I made the mistake yesterday of reading some of the reviews, and oh my God, why is it that professional journalists cannot not put spoilers in their reviews? I
don't know. See, that's a big thing of ours.
I'm talking like IGN, Forbes, stuff like that.
Any of our videos you'll see, usually the thumbnail has a big spoiler review.
Yeah.
We're going to fucking tell you what's going on. We're going to tell you what we think about the movie. I would never intentionally rob somebody of an experience of seeing a movie for the first time, which is why I stayed away from commentary and everything until I watched it for the first time.
Yep.
I want to see the fucking movie. I don't want to go into the movie knowing that Hawkins lived and he didn't die in the last one.
Found that out yesterday.
By the way, Cameron is the one who initially fucking saves him, which is his arc. I'm telling you.
Cameron, man. Cameron
I hated him in 2018. I hated him in 2018.
I hated him.
And I was like, God, I hope he dies.
First 5 minutes of the movie, he made me like him again because he jumps the fence and goes help Hawk.
He goes help Hawkins. He screams for help. He holds pressure to the wound. He gets an ambulance out there. He calls his dad, Lonnie, who's drinking with Lindsay Wallace and Tommy Doyle at the bar. Just when I'm like, the first movie you see him cheat on Allison. All this bullshit. He's drinking and she. Okay, we're gonna get into that again. We're really gonna have that argument again.
I'm just saying, she kissed him. He backed off and was like, "Whoa, what are you doing?"
I'm sorry, but I think any male and female, or any male and male, or any female and female would agree that if you go to a party together as a couple and you go off to the bathroom and come back, whether or not who's kissing who, if you're engaged in that personal of a conversation with somebody who's not your significant other, if you're not cheating, that's pretty borderline, bro.
Yeah, true.
It's pretty fucking borderline. So he was that douchebag guy. And it was like, oh, man, he's got the good girl who's a rebel. And then he came back in for at the hospital where he reveals that his dad, Lonnie, and Tommy Doyle are rallying the fucking troops. Let's get everybody together. Let's hunt this motherfucker down, which is something you saw a little bit of in the trailer, was that riotous behavior where everyone's kind of just going to town and they're ready to kill this motherfucker.
With this fucking movie,
he hates the fact evil dies tonight.
If I'd have heard "Evil Dies Tonight" one more fucking time, I swear to God.
Look, and you have a problem with it because it was such a huge part of this movie. It was said so many times by so many, and not even just in the mob mentality, which you pointed out. It was said by individual characters in different
exactly the
aspects,
same way.
Evil dies tonight. That's that mob mentality, and I think it's.
Yeah, but it wasn't even part of mob mentality for the majority of the time it was said.
Yes, but that's how even the mob mentality of that, it spreads. We live in the age of information and everything's going on. When someone gets a catchy idea or catchy something, how many times?
But it's not because they heard it.
Yeet.
It was in several different places, and they said it spontaneously.
But you don't know if that was something that was like a prerequisite, something that they had already thought of, something that was kind of like, no, he's fucking dying tonight. Like, I don't know. I didn't have a problem with the Evil Dies Tonight. I did love the homage to the original 1978. They didn't mention it in the movie, but it was a very big part of the fucking the plot line where it was going. It was the night he came home, which is what this movie was so geared towards.
Yeah.
Him finding his way back home. And Lonnie actually says it in there. So look, he creeps, he kills, he comes back home.
So you say that, again, if you go back to the original, he went home, and then he went kill people.
Yeah, he goes home. He steps out. You can take he's killing people like a smoke break, dog. Like, you just got every hour or so, you got to walk outside, just stab a motherfucker in the neck and walk back in.
All
right, favorite.
I love this movie, guys. There's something about it, and I cannot put my finger on it. Something rubbed me the wrong way with this movie.
I love it. Nothing rubbed me the wrong way. It rubbed me all in the right ways, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. At a quarter chub, like most way through this fucking movie.
Oh, dude, the kills were fantastic.
Okay.
Michael was great.
Look, dude, even Cameron was the character was great. His story arc.
I like
the
his arc.
actor who played him was fucking fantastic. He did an amazing job whenever he's actually approaching when he's in the old Myers house with the gun, where they're still dressed as Bonnie and Clyde because it's still a continuation of the same night. But he had this really intense moment where he's looking for his dad and he knows Michael's in the house, and you could see all the emotion in his face as he's walking down that hall.
Yeah.
Like, he held nothing back. You did a great job as a fucking actor. I felt the tension in that fucking moment because of you. It was fucking amazing.
Now, another complaint I saw online and otherwise was that there's no main character in this movie. I disagree. For the first time, I believe Michael was the main character.
I think so. I think everything was centered around him, and even the offshoots of all the different characters that we met and everybody that was going through things. Yeah, we saw what they were doing, but all of them were giving some kind of exposition towards the original movie, towards Michael Myers, towards this. Tommy, when you meet him, they're in the bar and they're drinking, and the first thing he does is before you even know that it's Tommy Doyle, which I kind of figured that's where it was going, but he gets up and he does this little thing at a talent show, and he winds up telling a story. And he goes through the whole story about the 1978 murders and Laurie Strode and this little boy and this little girl that was scared. And he's like, well, that little boy was me. I'm Tommy Doyle. I'm like, like every time we met another character, it was how that night affected them up until this point.
Yep.
So it was all very centered around Michael Myers, Michael Aubrey Myers, guys.
Well, and the whole thing is, you can look at, you can make the case that 1978's movie was Loomis's story.
I could see that.
I can make the case that was Loomis's story.
I can see that.
The movie literally started with Loomis.
It started with him, and it was really about his
ended with
exposition and his interpretation of what Michael Myers was.
Aside from the flashback to 1963, who's the first person you see on screen?
Loomis. He's the absolute first person. You see Loomis and
who is the absolute
Marion.
last person you see on screen?
Loomis at the after Michael falls down the balcony and everything. It does a little close up on his face as he's looking down, and Michael's gone, because you see at the very beginning. You're right. It's Loomis and Marion that you see.
Yeah,
and I think 78 would be almost as Loomis's interpretation of what was going on and his obsession.
I've
and how
said
this
it
is
1,000 times. 1978, Loomis and Michael Myers is Van Helsing and Dracula.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely, 100%.
And it was a story of Van Helsing chasing down his monster. Now, there is no doubt in anyone's mind that 2018 was Laurie's movie.
Yes, that was 100% the redemption of Laurie Strode. That was like having to retcon years of crap before that so they can properly tell the Laurie Strode story, how it affected her, how she became this, what they call paranoid and neurotic, which kind of find out, hey, guess what? She was prepared.
But now we get Halloween Kills, and finally Michael has his day. Which
leads me to believe that I do think that Allison will be the protagonist, the main protagonist in Halloween Ends.
Well,
I think
we know it's not going to be Karen.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not going to be Karen. Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
she gets stabbed to fuck up in the same bedroom that Judith Myers dies.
Yeah,
staring out the window that Michael used to stare out of. As we get this great exposition where this is Michael is slowly morphing into something inhuman in this movie.
Not slowly morphing. This motherfucker is pure.
Okay, he's been shot more times than 50 Cent.
Yeah, no shit.
He's been fucking stabbed. He's been jugged up all over the place.
I wonder if that's what's bothering me.
Is that he's taken away that human aspect of it?
Yes,
you think?
Because I always said that Michael scared me as a child because he was human.
It's real. It's something that could actually
Jason
happen.
came back from the dead. That was bullshit.
Okay, look, this is the second part to 2018. So you figure in 2018 he was shot
3 times.
3 times.
Shoulder, neck, fingers.
And fingers, hand. His 2 fingers are blown off. And okay, so he was shot 3 times. This is a continuation of the same night. He was shot at least he was shot 5 times by the guy at the end.
Yeah.
He was shot.
He fucking Allison jugged him the fuck up on the landing.
Awesome fucking scene, by the way. When she comes forward, and the first time she shoots the shotgun, you actually see her slide back on her feet.
Yeah.
Like the recoil pushed her the fuck back.
Which is bullshit, but I'll let it go.
You know what? I liked it. I don't know why, but it just seemed like
Thank God awesome. Lonnie wasn't hiding in the goddamn closet, huh?
Yeah, no shit. She'd have blew him the fuck up like that pumpkin that was in the closet for some fucking reason. But the second time when she comes out and he's attacking Cameron, she comes forward with the fucking shotgun. When he snaps that shotgun,
Halloween 4.
What do you mean?
Brady. Remember when he goes to shoot Michael with the shotgun and Michael grabs the shotgun and pulls it out the way?
Yeah. Okay, dude. Well, Michael yanks the fucking shotgun out. She immediately transitions to the knife, and she gets 3 amazing fucking jugs on this dude.
Yeah, like she was in the goddamn. She was like in the jail yard, dude. Just
yeah. She like Michael just fucking rattled on her, and she's about to do 5 to 10. Like this motherfucker's getting shanks. It had 3 solid fucking stabs.
It wasn't that fucking stab and like stare at him.
Yeah, no. Where they fucking stab and just stop it. Oh, you didn't die?
Yeah.
Oh, well, fuck. I guess I'm gonna die now. No, she fucking
at you, Laurie Strode.
She jugged this motherfucker 3 solid times, and then he threw her down the stairs, and you see this lovely bend in her fucking leg as she fucking hits the floor that just made me go.
But no, so
that fucking hurt.
He was stabbed there, shot multiple times, once in the fucking neck.
Once in the neck.
You know what I mean?
Pitchfork to the back.
Beat the dog shit out of with baseball bats.
A sack full of bricks.
Which was fucking great.
That was a great job too. Awesome impromptu weapon.
Yeah, fucking right. That's the old school sock and bar soap.
She should have married fucking Kevin McAllister. Like that bitch was ready. She was getting it.
Burned the fuck up.
Yeah, he was burned the fuck up. He suffered like a measurable number of fucking wounds in this particular
I believe
movie
like at this point we are full on Jason Voorhees mode.
I think so, because at the end of it you get that expedition.
Yeah.
He drives an expedition.
The new Ford Expedition.
New Ford Expedition, Michael Myers version. The stick shift is in the shape of a butcher knife.
Yeah.
We get this expedition.
It only comes in Michael White.
Yeah. And for some reason, it doesn't start on Halloween.
Yeah.
Can't get the bitch started.
Right.
No, we get this exposition from
You constantly drop your keys if you're running from someone.
Yeah, they can't find the motherfucker.
Yeah.
We get this exposition where she's like, the more he kills, the more he transcends into something different. And which is kind of leading towards like, yeah, I think it's getting to the point where he's not killable. He's inhuman. He's immortal. He's like, they're trying to figure out what's driving him to kill. And they know that every time he fucking kills, it makes him a little bit more unkillable. Yeah. Which is, we're crossing over into Jason Voorhees territory, which I'm okay
cool with because I'd like to see it.
I want to see this motherfucker just brutally running there, which we saw some great fucking kills.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, what's always kept Michael and Jason apart was the fact that Jason always has these high-ass kill counts, right?
Yeah.
Michael was the more subtle guy and all this other stuff. Jason could have those high kill counts because he was fucking immortal.
Because he was immortal. Nothing could fucking hurt him. He's been blowing up.
Yeah, so he can blitzkrieg the fuck in and just jack people up.
Jason wasn't worried about the injuries he was sustained, whereas theoretically Michael should be.
Yeah.
Theoretically he fucking should be. But
so if we're gonna go this route,
his kill count was fucking off the charts in this fucking movie.
It's what a lot of fans have been asking for a long time. We've never got to see him just go ham.
No. We made a comment about it in the police station for Halloween 5?
Was it H4?
Was it 4 or 5?
H4 when he destroys the police station, yeah.
Yeah, so remember when they had all that carnage and everything? It's like, man, how much would you have?
You don't have a police force.
How much would you have? Yeah, it was 4. It was like, how much would you have loved to seen him actually go in there and just fucking rip apart everybody in that fucking police station? This one, you finally...
And we kind of got it in Halloween 6, but it was that weird strobe light fucking...
It wasn't the same. This one, you got to see. It was
There was a weird fog in the room. It was a fucking action movie.
I already know what your favorite kill is because you've laughed both times we fucking watched it.
It's not my favorite kill.
It's not your favorite kill?
But when he kicked that fucking door and that chick shot herself?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh. So the nurse from the first one, remember the doctor and the nurse that are going to the party, the guy forgets his stethoscope in 2018. That couple is in the second part, and they actually join the mob that's going after to hunt down Michael Myers. Well,
he a hoe.
Yeah, dude's a hoe. Dude's a straight up.
That dude's a cuckold, dude. Like,
yeah, somebody else.
She got that dude by the nads.
Somebody else is pleasuring his old lady. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she got him by the nads.
It's not you, and she is nice looking. So probably good bit of takers out there. Just saying, buddy. But anyway, she's got a semi-auto handgun.
Yeah, she's got a Desert Eagle.
I didn't want to name it, but
that's a Desert Eagle, dude.
She is fucking shooting.
There's no reason why this chick's shooting a Desert Eagle.
She's shooting at fucking Michael. She's not hitting him at all. And Michael's just like leaning over in the front seat. This is right after he killed Marion. When Marion tried to fucking kill him with a gun and was like, "This is for Dr. Loomis." Click. Because nobody keeps a shot count in any of these fucking movies. So nurse girl's walking up, throwing rounds.
Rolls the fuck out, by the way. Jumps out the car while Michael's still on top and ran away, like a good ways away before turning back.
I'm pretty sure she could have saved Marion's life if she'd have fucking turned around just a little bit.
Her husband is probably one of my favorite kills in this movie. When he turns around and jugs that dude in the face with that fucking knife.
Yeah. Okay, so husband boy, doctor, the guy dressed up as a doctor in the movie, he tries to strangle Michael with a stethoscope very unsuccessfully, but you tried.
Yeah, kudos for fucking effort, man.
At least you fucking try. So he turns around and sticks a fucking knife straight in this dude's fucking eye.
Oh, all up in the brain.
It's fucking fantastic.
And Ross brought it up during the second time we watched it. Like I can't wait for him to say, "Fuck you, Bruce Willis."
Yeah.
What was it, Scream 4?
Yeah, Scream 4.
Yeah.
Fuck Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
He gets stabbed in the fucking forehead. Thing. It's amazing, though.
It's the same situation. Like, people, I remember, like, for Scream 4, we talked about it. One of the big things was like, oh, he got stabbed in the head and he didn't die right away.
It doesn't happen like that, guys.
No.
No. Even people were like, oh, it was an instant kill. There was probably a good 5-10 seconds where he was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, that was a bad idea.
That sucked.
Oh, that was a bad idea.
God, that fucking sucked.
Can we go back to my biggest complaint of this whole movie? And it's probably, it's going to sound terrible. Why was this group allowed to go out by themselves?
Yeah, no.
Here's the thing.
You need to have a more...
if I'm going to jump in a car with a group of people, it will not be one of the Real Housewives of Miami, a senior citizen, and 2 people who have sworn an oath that the first line is, I swear to do no harm. First, do no harm.
Yeah, that's a very good fucking point. Okay, when you're splitting up in teams when there's a mass murderer terrorizing your neighborhood.
It reminded me of the Scary Movie 2.
Yeah, it was like, oh, let's all split up. No, we need to stay together. And they split up and then this group dies and this group lives.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like that.
Well, no, like they're like, okay, we all going to stick together. We all need to be together as one.
Let's split up.
Let's split up.
All right, gang.
Yeah.
I'm going with
The
Daphne.
fuck is this, Scooby Doo? Yeah.
When you're picking teams, when there's a homicidal maniac terrorizing your neighborhood, you want to play on people's strengths.
Yeah.
Anybody who plays fantasy football out there knows you don't want to have like an entirely heavy-handed fucking game over here and a complete game of rookie over here, because you'll get more points if you mix and match and play on everybody's fucking strengths and weaknesses.
Dude.
Look, this,
How do you have
any D&D player will know when you have two healthcare professionals, you want to split those fuckers up because you need a healer on each team. What are y'all doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pay attention.
Oh my God, y'all sent all the bards together.
Yeah, and then Lonnie's running around with his son and his son's girlfriend, and that's his whole fucking team.
What? That's all the team that you theoretically would have needed. If they'd have caught Michael in that park, it'd have been a different ball game.
Oh yeah, it would have been a whole different ballgame because it would have been fucking gunshots instead of I'm be a huckleberry.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll
Another
be a
thing.
Huckleberry.
They roll up on the park. The kids are swinging on a swing set.
Yeah.
You parked 80 yards from them and walked over there.
You're afraid to go drive up to the children.
Just drive up there. It's not like. Trust me, you want a cop to come stop you at this point.
We're going to commit a murder. I don't want to double park though. Can you come over here?
And that's another thing. Like, I understand vigilante justice. We're gonna kill him. Somebody's gonna go to jail.
Yeah, it's happening. Somebody's going to the jail.
It's
you can
a
double
different
park
ball
right
game.
now.
It's a different ball game. Had they shot him in 1978, people got away with shit in 78.
They'll
in
brush
the
that shit
70s.
under the rug like it never fucking happened. But
yeah, the CIA killed Kennedy and nobody said shit.
hey, shh, we're on the air.
Right?
We're on the air. And it was nice doing podcast, guys. Thanks.
2018, you're not going to pull off some vigilante justice shit and get
Not
away
like
with
that.
it.
It's not happening, guys. I was actually waiting for the fucking police squad, the squad to surround them as they were beating the shit out of Michael in the street. I actually made that comment to you during the movie.
Yeah.
I was like, at some point the cops are going to show up like, hey, y'all stop killing this man in the street, please.
Yeah.
At some point. All right. Big John, Little John.
Oh, God.
The only part of this movie that literally kind of took me out of the feel of the movie was the awkward dance. I like the premise behind it. It was just the awkward dance.
I like the characters.
It took me aback for a moment because the first time you meet Big John first, and you see the record, the needle go on the record and everything, and he starts dancing. I'm like, what's going on?
Right.
Like, it just took me a second. Like, what the fuck is happening?
And he's just dancing, smoking weed, and singing.
And eating honey.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, you've come to find out that this couple has moved into the old Myers house. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Which, by the way, love what they done with the place.
Dude, they redecorated the fuck out of that. It looks great. Love the fact that they put another couple. It wasn't an abandoned house.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the trope of the old abandoned house. Nobody wants to live here. This house has been abandoned for 40 years. 40 years.
Actually, it's been 55.
It would have been 55 years because you
been
figured it would have been
63.
63. It would have been 15 years later, and they just 55 years. But no, they put a fucking couple in there.
When old Ralph living next door.
Put a couple in there.
All doomed.
You're all doomed. We got Little John and Big John, who for some reason do not feel it necessary to call the police when they hear someone walking around upstairs.
They didn't see a bloody handprint on the wall.
They saw a Ninja Turtle bloody print on the wall because there were 3 fingers because they shot off the other fucking 2.
Yeah.
So they see 3 bloody fingerprints on the wall.
Yeah.
So they're like, somebody's in the house.
There's a
He's
famous painter upstairs.
Hey, you know what? Big John's like, you know what? Fuck this. Someone's in this house. This is my house, bitch. So he goes, he locks the fucking door. Let's party. I don't know if these people know that there's been multiple murders in this town at this moment, but you would think at some point they'd have seen on the news or been on. It's 2018.
Somebody's on Facebook.
Somebody's on Facebook. Somebody's on social media. You would know that there's a prison bus that crashed. They're missing 2 prisoners.
Yeah.
And one of them's Michael
Somebody's
Myers.
Facebook living
And
where that chick's dead in the front yard.
Yeah, look, there's a dead body out here. So at some point, you think they would have come to find out that there is, in fact, a murderer loose in your neighborhood.
I could forgive them all of those dumb movie sins if they didn't have to continuously refer to each other as Big John and Little John. Hey, Little John? Yes, Big John?
Okay, but obviously I'm assuming both of their names are John. So.
Unless it's a game they played.
You and I both know 2 people whose names are CJ.
Yeah.
And whenever we're together in a setting with both of them, we don't call them CJ. Shout out.
Yeah.
We call them Mr. Brown and Mr. White.
Yeah.
Because one of them's last name is White, one of them's last name is Brown. So, and it was a play on the Reservoir Dogs. That was a whole fucking different thing.
Right.
Reservoir Dogs. But we call them Mr. Brown and Mr. White whenever they're together. So, like, endearing nicknames, I get the Big John, Little John thing. That shit doesn't bother me. I think it is funny that Big John got the little knife and Little John got the big knife, and they both decided to go upstairs and stab whoever the fuck is in the house.
Back to the
I don't
dialogue of this movie.
understand not calling the cops, guys.
Back to the dialogue of this movie, though, bro. Like, he picks up the knife. He's like, "I've got this knife." And
I've got this knife.
I've got this knife. Okay, really,
It
dude.
reminds me of you'll have my bat and my gloves
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and my throwing stars.
Dude,
Okay, so there was a little bit of the
it was hokey.
there was a good bit of dialogue at some points that did feel a little bit contrived.
Yeah, because when we watched it the first time, when we finished it the first time, I told that was my complaint. Was like, some of that dialogue was pushed.
It seemed almost a little forced. Okay, I get what you're saying on that on some level.
lot of
There's some of it that's contrived, and that's your big pet peeve about the Evil Dies Tonight thing.
Yeah, people don't say that. Real people, everyday people do not look at.
You don't know what I say when I'm alone at home. You have no idea.
They don't look at a group of people and say, "Evil dies tonight." Okay, Batman, calm it down.
If we were ever in a group setting and somebody said that, I don't care what the fuck was going on, we're gonna walk away and be like, yeah, that dude's gonna die.
Yeah, that dude's a fucking weirdo.
That dude's weird. I don't want to be on his team. Can
Unless
we go
you're
over here?
a billionaire secret vigilante that only works at night, you're not allowed to talk that way.
Oh, it'd be fantastic. Michael Myers. Where is he?
Where is he?
You know where he's not?
Where's
He's not-
Laurie?
He's not at the hospital with Laurie
Yeah.
Strode. You know who is at the hospital with Laurie Strode? Another poor, innocent mental patient who escaped. The other guy that everyone just pretty much forgot about because, I get it. People are dying. Oh, it's happening.
How did they have the pictures of these guys to post on the news without their names?
I don't know. Love the transition because they posted a picture of the first guy. They said that they had captured all but two, and that those two haven't been connected to any of the murders just yet. And then they showed a picture of the first guy.
Yeah,
and
look at
then,
Wormtail from Harry Potter.
Yeah, and then they transitioned to a far view where they out of focus the TV whenever they showed a picture of Michael, so that nobody outside of the movie theater theoretically would have been able to see Michael's face. However, I'm pretty sure Tommy Doyle and all the other guys in that bar would have seen his face posted up there. It didn't have his name on it, but...
And people don't change that much. Like, you can recognize people.
It's been 40 years, I understand that, but you also have to understand that Tommy Doyle has probably had the memory of this guy.
Well, considering one of them's got a milky left eye.
Yeah. You would think that Tommy Doyle will have the mental image of this guy engraved in his fucking brain.
Yeah, he didn't shrink a foot and a half.
And that was my point whenever they were like trying to kill this guy when he was running through the
He
hospital.
looked like one of the buddy pirates from Pirates of the Caribbean, not the one with the wooden eye, the other guy.
Oh. He was short and portly. I mean, it is what it is. He didn't have the build for Michael Myers. And not just
I can't even be like, "Hello, Poppet."
Not just that, but it's very much common knowledge, as we found out in the last fucking 2018 movie. They were talking about there's many studies that are listed online, which you cannot tell me that people from Haddonfield have not researched something that happened in their home fucking town, because I've researched things that happened in my town that were before my time that I wanted to know about.
Yeah.
But there's many documented proof and evidence of things like Michael Myers hasn't spoken a word in 40 years. So this mental patient walks into the hospital, walks past two security guards and goes, "Help me.
Yeah.
Help me. Fuck that guy." And they're all just like,
Right?
"What are you doing? Why?" He is in a crowded fucking hospital asking for help. And when y'all started looking angry, he's like, "Oh shit." And he takes off running and you chase him.
Why you running, dog?
What?
Why you running, dog?
What? Oh, he's running. He must be guilty. Maybe he's a little nervous. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, he is kind of guilty. He escaped the fucking mental hospital.
I mean, look, the last time I was in a crowd, there was a couple of people murdered around me. I don't want to be around crowds right now. I'm a little nervous.
I just stole a car and fucking totaled it.
I stole a car. I got in the back seat trying to take a nap, and this sexy bitch as a nurse got in the car, disrupted my sleep, and then her boyfriend came at me with a baseball bat. I don't know what's going on. I'm a little edgy. So
this big ass gash on my fucking head.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
And
you know what?
scars.
You know what he doesn't have? Fucking facial burns and burn marks. It doesn't
on
look,
his solid white uniform.
It doesn't look like he just escaped the house fire. So Karen Strode immediately was like, that's not him.
Yeah.
So she's telling Laurie Strode's up, and she's trying
Lord,
to
fuck that little nurse or fucking assistant up.
She shoved that motherfucker up against the wall and kneed that bitch so hard that she split herself open.
Yeah.
She had to go back in the hospital bed. My favorite thing in that movie is when everybody's running, because mob mentality.
Yeah.
Everybody's fucking going, Michael Myers is here. Kill Michael Myers. Kill Michael Myers. The sheriff's done lost control because we've got a fucking full-blown
I'm sorry.
riot.
I know there's a full-blown riot. Nobody's going to look at that guy and be like, yeah, he killed 11 fucking firefighters.
I'm sorry. I don't think so either. But they're all fucking, they see the guy and they're like, oh, well, that's him. Fuck him. Let's get him. So everybody's running and Laurie's literally on. That's not him, you fucking sheep.
That was the greatest line.
That is the greatest line in that fucking movie. I love that she yells, you fucking sheep, at these people.
Yeah.
And then this one nurse tries to fucking stop her and she fucking grabs him, pushes him up against the wall and knees the shit out of him. And I laughed my ass off. Thought it was fucking fantastic. And not in a bad way. Not in a comic way. I was like, you know what? That's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
And that's the thing. Like they tried so hard with Big and Little John to make
the
comedy.
comic relief. It just, all it did was, it took me out of it.
They didn't make me laugh at all.
No, I was trying so hard to understand the transition.
Yeah.
And if they would have actually, if the first thing that would have came to would have been like, this is the Myers house, I think that would have made that transition a little bit easier.
I think it would have.
If I would have known it was a Myers house, because at first I was like, okay, is this another random house Michael's about to break in and kill some people, or what's going on here?
Right.
If the first thing I'd have known was this is the Myers house, and oh, okay, and then that shit what happens. Oh, well, this is what the fuck's going on at the Myers house. God damn. There's just some freaky shit going on.
One
in
little
Myers
mistake. I found the one mistake in the freaking in the flashback.
Oh yeah.
The front door is different.
Yeah,
because you remember the shot from behind Michael when she puts the stuff on the door?
Yes, in the mail slot, and he's looking through the window at the front.
The little half moon thing on the top.
Yes.
This one, the Myers house had the glass doors going all the way down in the flashback.
It did. Well, look, as far as
seen him through the door.
As far as attention to detail, the majority of it was pretty much spot on.
Majority of it.
It was very much fucking spot on.
I don't know how much.
We're not done with the other mental patient yet because I'm just spoiler alert here. This is the only. I was like, this poor fucking guy. This is the only guy in this movie. I was like, why did he have to die?
Yeah,
the angry mob, fucking pitchforks and shit. They, not literally, but figuratively, they're coming towards
that comes later.
Fucking hospital. The pitchfork comes much later.
Yeah.
So, Karen Strode obviously identifies that this is not Michael Myers and not the guy that needs to fucking die. So she
she took it upon like her own fucking that was her cross to bear.
Yeah,
for some reason.
She felt like this guy was gonna die and it was her fault. So
Yeah.
she wanted to fucking save him. She did not do a very good escape route, but I guess it was in the heat of the moment. The best thing she could think of was she locked him between two doors in a corridor.
Yeah.
Well, the mob surrounds the doors and they're breaking down the doors and trying to get in. Mental patient takes the fire extinguisher, breaks open a fucking window, and jumps to his fucking death.
Yeah.
And whoever did the stunt for that, either the fucking mental patient was married or the stunt guy forgot to take his wedding ring off.
Yeah. They kind of. I don't know,
he pointed that out. I didn't even fucking notice it, but there was
a flash on the screen like you could see a wedding band on.
There's definitely a wedding band on him. So this guy just dies. So the very next thing is Karen feels like it's her fault. She's walking down. She yells at fucking Tommy. She needs a car. So she gets in the car and she goes to the Myers house where Lonnie, Cameron, and Allison are already over there.
Can I start bitching about this real quick?
Yeah, let's bitch.
All of these people are friends. It's already established. They apparently get together every Halloween.
They get together every Halloween and drink away their sorrows and drink to the memories of their fallen comrades.
Yeah.
Or some for my dead homies.
How in the hell has Lonnie not called?
You would think it's 2018. They'd all have their fucking cell phone numbers.
Call the sheriff's office. Call Lonnie.
He's going to the Myers house. We're going there right now.
Yeah. It's a direct route. Then pull up and walk in alone.
I think that Lonnie did not get in touch with the sheriff's office. I understand that because he didn't want to be stopped for what they were doing. I don't understand why he didn't call anybody else in the mob.
Yeah, call Tommy.
Call anybody else in that fucking mob and like, hey, this is where he's going. This is where I'm going. You could have had that whole fucking house surrounded. They had enough people pissed off at that fucking hospital. They could have surrounded that whole fucking house and he would have gone nowhere.
Right.
So Lonnie goes in by himself, and he does that cliche thing with the stay in the car. And I thought it was going to be one of those horrible fucking moments and where there's like, yeah, because I said so, because I'm your father. But he actually has, and that's one of the a very real moment of dialogue where Allison's like, you really expect me to sit in here while you go in there with the guy who just murdered my father? And he says, I don't expect you to, but I'm asking you to.
Yeah.
That was one of those real moments where it's like, you know she's coming in, dog.
Yeah.
You know it's happening. So he goes in there for all of, 2 seconds and you hear a fucking gunshot?
Yeah. Judah's boyfriend was upstairs longer.
Ah, you bastard. You fucking beat me to it about like that fucking much. God damn, yeah, I hate you so much. I was about to make a comment about how everyone in the Halloween franchise apparently has premature issues.
Yeah.
It's a huge thing. You can't count to 50 Mississippi and
Yeah. Dude, 50 Mississippi, he was downstairs and dressed.
Yeah. 50 Mississippi, he went upstairs, they fucked, and he was coming downstairs. Like, that's some quick.
That dude had that whiskey dick. There was no way they did it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened? So Lonnie goes in for all of fucking couple of seconds.
Ends up getting his ass stuffed in the fucking attic.
Very fucking quickly. So they hear the gunshot. Allison and Cameron are outside, hear the gunshot, and they decide they're going
Another pissed off moment. She goes in there, and Big and Little John running through the forest, laughing back and forth with what that had to say.
I hate you so much.
So
I actually sang that song in my head, and it was so much worse. It was so much worse, the version that I came up with.
So they're laid out. Big John has no eyes left in his head.
I know,
that was
dude.
a great
that was a
fucking
great
kill.
fucking kill.
That was a fantastic kill.
It really was. He literally squished.
It was a mix of the paramedic in Halloween 4 where he puts his finger through his forehead.
Yeah, which was an awesome kill.
Brady where he crushes his fucking head.
Yeah,
in his hand.
It was a fucking face squish, thumbs and
Sorry
eyes.
for the cough, guys.
Fucking
I'm
blood.
fighting a freaking.
It was a great
right
fucking kill. Meanwhile, we didn't even address fucking Lil John.
Oh,
look what I could do.
Yeah.
That dude's a fucking great actor.
Yeah, he is a fantastic
fucking
actor.
Love that dude.
Oh man, that dude like fucking made me die laughing my whole childhood, man.
Absolutely.
Speaking to the microphone. But that was another one of he goes in there, his husband or boyfriend or partner or whatever is dead on the floor.
Yeah.
Looks up and Michael's there.
Yeah, okay, that was a dumb
Michael.
He says, Michael,
you come home.
You've come home.
What the fuck?
Michael was looking out a window.
Yeah.
Michael was reminiscing.
Yeah, had you kicked rocks,
you might have made it.
You might have saved Delaney. You might have saved Cameron.
Might have saved Allison
Yeah.
From getting her leg fucking smashed and shit.
Yeah. You could have just fucking rolled out. I understand your people dead, but he had no eyeballs left in his fucking
He was
head.
done. There was nothing you were doing for him, Little John.
Yeah. It was
just go. But and even if you didn't go and you want to stay and say, fuck it, I'm going to die with my significant other, you laying down, that dialogue just felt very, that one did, I will give you, felt contrived.
There was another one before that I don't remember what it was, but we had just finished talking. I'm like, dude, I'm not a fan of this dialogue. And you're like, oh, it's not that bad. And somebody said something. I looked at you and like, yeah, that's bad.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember offhand now.
But there was 3 or 4 little spots where I was like, it just felt, it didn't feel like something that would naturally come out of a person's mouth as they were going and experiencing.
And here's the thing, though,
things. Which, I mean, you never know. I mean, shock and awe do a lot of different things with different people. Maybe it's something.
I feel like they tried to make everyone sound like Loomis.
To where they have those deep, profound thoughts and those really good one-liners right before they die. If I'm ever about to get shot in an alley, I'm just going to go, I have a rubber band.
Yeah.
And just stare until I get shot.
Well, the whole thing is, like, in the original, yes, Loomis had these
monologues. Oh, they were fucking great.
That were fantastic.
Evil.
Yeah. The darkest eyes. The blackest eyes.
The devil's
eyes. You know what I mean?
eyes.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
The devil's eyes.
I can give... Loomis was a psychiatrist in the 70s.
Yeah.
I can see that. He probably read a lot of...
He was probably also very pretentious and liked to sound smart because of his profession, so he wanted to use these big, elaborate words. Look, me, myself, I like to use much bigger words that I don't know what they mean because it makes me sound more photosynthesis. Some of these people in these fucking movies do not need to be speaking like Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Like these deep, profound. Everything's not a deep, profound thought. It's just fucking not. And typically, like you said, if we're in a social setting or if there's me and you one-on-one or some other person and they make this like really weird, like, the fuck did he just say?
But even
Why would he say
Loomis
that?
pulled
That's
it
a
off so
weird
much better
thing to say.
because like even like Marion said it in the bar, evil dies. She was the first one. Evil dies tonight.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking to myself, that doesn't sound like something she would say. Loomis in the car, or after he takes the car in the original, he's like, the evil is gone from here.
Yeah.
I bought it.
I almost would have taken, and you know, now that the more you fucking say it, the more it's fucking aggravating me now. I could almost see that mob mentality being almost Myers dies tonight. I can see that being like a legitimate crowd chant.
Yeah.
Or fuck Michael, or Myers dies tonight, or something like the evil dies tonight.
It's pretentious.
It's very pretentious. But it's also, this is a Haddonfield that's been plagued by this fucking curse for this fucking long ass fucking time. This has been 55 years, dog.
No. 5 people were plagued by this for 40 years.
Families of 5 people were plagued by this for 40 years.
The rest of the fucking town, let's be honest, we've had a situation here where we had a serial killer.
It was, less than 40 years ago, too.
Yeah, like
it was,
less than...
I was about to say it was about less than 15 years ago.
Yeah. Nobody fucking thinks about that. And here's the thing. He killed how many people?
They had contributed 26 bodies to him, I believe.
Okay, yeah. Michael killed 5.
Fair. How many people did Jack the Ripper kill? 5.
Was it 5?
Case in point. Still talking about Jack the Ripper, dog.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It's also...
Yeah, but also, Jack the Ripper was 5 bodies over the course of months.
Okay, that's fair.
Michael killed 2 different nights.
That's fair.
And Jack the Ripper was never found. That was one of the issues about Jack the Ripper is such a big deal nowadays.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, Jack the Ripper.
At this point, twice in 40 years is too many times to lose a mental patient.
Well, twice. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Twice in 40 years is too many times. I know it's a pretty good... Look, we had a good run.
Yeah.
You realize there was at least like 2 fucking people that worked at that facility. Did a 30-year stint and retired. I'm like, you know what? He didn't fucking escape on my watch.
That's it. Who's doing the psych evals on our psych doctors?
What the fuck?
This is why the doctors don't psych eval themselves.
Yeah. You shouldn't allow Loomis to fucking psych eval anybody.
Well, my thing was like Sartan.
Oh God,
because
he was a student of Loomis.
Yeah, he's the reason that Michael escaped the second time.
Yeah.
Who did his psych eval? Did he do himself? Well, even then, he knows the fucking answers.
I almost attribute Zartan to a male Harley Quinn.
Ooh, I like that.
I think, like that. And it's not even from like a romantic perspective, but it's an obsessive. This obsession. I want to understand you, and over time, and he spent years with Michael Myers. He spent so much time with this guy, and over time, it's not more becoming an obsession of I want to understand you, and I want to see what it feels like to be.
It's like a reverse Stockholm syndrome. He was holding him hostage and fucking.
Pretty much, and yeah. I kind of put that on Zartan. I think that was almost like he's like a male Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
he's got that syndrome where he became so fucking obsessed that he didn't know where else to turn.
Yeah, I get that.
All right, so of course the very ending, we've already spoken about it. They beat the living shit out of Michael. After Allison gets thrown down the stairs, she breaks her fucking leg. Her mom shows up.
Wouldn't it have been easier just to have everybody waiting in the street outside his house?
Yeah, because the chances of you letting Michael chase you down an alley and losing him are pretty high.
Yeah.
We've seen that multiple fucking times. Michael's pretty good at hide and seek. Peekaboo.
Yeah.
So Karen stabs him in the back with a fucking pitchfork, stomps his head on the fucking stair, and for some reason Allison's like trying to get her attention, and Karen stops. She takes off his fucking mask, and she pretty much starts like, yeah, motherfucker, you want your mask? Come get it. She makes Michael chase him. He winds up in what would be considered what looked like an old fucking field that I used to fight in high school, where they circle the fucking cars around and all the headlights are shining in the fucking middle. And Michael winds up in there. His mask is dropped on the fucking ground, and he's surrounded. The moment he bent over to pick up that mask, that first swing would have been on.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't have got Sheriff Brackett to give him that line either.
Yeah. Which... I like that line. That was a fucking throwback. Yeah. That I fucking like. Oh, we missed one before we fucking get out of this because we're getting towards the end. We missed one very, very big throwback that a lot of people probably aren't even going to mention because a lot of people did not watch Halloween 3.
Oh, the mask.
The Mask.
But they were in 18.
Yeah, but a lot of people didn't recognize them from 18.
Most people.
Not as many. You have your die-hard Halloween fans because most people, because Michael Myers is in 3, Season of the Witch, Halloween Season of the Witch, a lot of people skip it.
Like, I was older before I watched Season of the Witch.
I didn't see Season of the Witch until I was older because I wanted to see Michael Myers slashing motherfuckers up. Like, that was the whole point. I want to see. All right.
Good?
Yeah. I like it like this weird burp cough thing that was going on. It's crazy. I'm probably dying. That'd be cool. You'll get a new partner. So Michael winds up getting the shit kicked out of him. And Karen does the final fucking straw where Tommy Doyle looks at her and is like, look, go be with your daughter. We got this. Michael is feeble and trying to fucking grab the knife. Laurie grabs it away from him, stabs him in the fucking back, and walks away. Not Laurie. Karen. I'm sorry. Karen Stroh grabs a knife, stabs him in the fucking back.
Gave him a fucking weapon.
And essentially gave him the weapon that he would use to destroy everybody standing on the street with him. She stabs him, leaves. She doesn't even hit, like, spine or anything. She hits shoulder. She hits shoulder area.
But this dude's already taken, like, fucking multiple rounds. He's got.
You can't think he's got that much left in him. He's been.
And gets up and systematically fucks up every single one of them because for some reason everybody waits in line.
It's a Van Damme movie. They go one-on-one. They don't want to fucking dogpile this motherfucker.
Or is it that YouTube video of Steven Seagal back in the day whenever he's like, oh, I could beat like 100 men at once, and they all just run up to him one at a time. And he throws them out the way.
Stop it.
Yeah. He just throws them out the way.
Yeah, because they go one at a time. That's like some Chuck Norris fucking Bruce Lee shit. Well, Bruce Lee could take on more people than one. But
I think so.
Typically, if you're going to get fucking jumped, you don't get jumped one at a time.
No.
You get bum rushed. People fucking jump on you. If that would have happened, that would have went down a whole fucking different way. But Michael jumps up, takes a knife out of the back of his shoulder.
And it does kind of, the way they edit it, I've heard a lot of people complain about the editing at the end. But I think what it is, as soon as she walks away, that's when he starts fucking people up.
Yeah,
so by the time she gets back to the house and she sits down with Allison, he's then slipped around the back door already.
Yeah.
Because Karen, for some fucking reason, finds herself wanting to go stand in the goddamn window. I don't know what's so special at this fucking window.
Dude, the window is the window that was to Judith Meyer's room. That's where Michael used to stare out. And they said that maybe he wasn't looking out towards the city. Maybe he was looking at his reflection.
Why was he in Judith's room all the time?
Mirror. Just go find a mirror, Michael.
Why Judith's room? Why not his bedroom?
I'm telling you, there's something more to the view that we're probably going to find out in the next fucking movie. But Karen sees she's
you can get in the window and look out, and there's the strip club that that Michael Myers' mom
Rob Zombie's fucking
Rob Zombie, yeah.
Holy shit, there's breast over there.
Yeah. Sherry Moon's on the pole.
Feels Zartan just on the ground going, say something, Michael. Diddy. I'd quit faking. I'd quit doing anything at that point. It's like, you know what? My work here is done. I'm fucking done. So, So I think that the time lapse from when Karen walks away, the time that Michael spends fucking these dudes up in this fucking roadway, not that big of a fucking time lapse.
No.
So by the time she's back to the Myers house where she's Allison and her waiting for paramedics and Brenda Ring 8 and all this shit, yeah, Michael's very well back to the fucking house.
Here's the thing, right? So 2018, he steps into the thing. She's like, gotcha. Boom, smokes him.
Yeah.
They get out there. She drops the fucking mask and all that. He goes to go pick up the mask. They kick the lights on. She's like, gotcha.
Gotcha.
I just have a feeling that if Michael would talk, when he stepped from behind her and started fucking her up, he had to have been thinking, gotcha.
Gotcha,
bitch.
Yeah. Because she's staring out the fucking window, looking out, and she's seeing her reflection in the window. And, of course, the way the camera angle is, her back is to the door, and she's completely blocking the door where you don't see anybody walking up behind her until he's right there. Stabs her the fuck up while Laurie's giving her exposition, which I'm assuming the next Halloween is at least going to have some kind of exposition explaining that they heard her scream upstairs because there was multiple people downstairs that would have heard that fucking scream.
Well, I guess now we can. Oh, and by the way, the title, the end credits start whenever all you see is Michael with his burnt up ass face.
Yeah.
In the bedroom,
staring out the same window in the room, the Judith Myers room.
So we can go on to the future. Allegedly, there's going to be a 4-year time jump.
Yeah, it's supposed to be to jump to real time. So in 2022, it'll be 4 years from 2018, and it's going to be This movie's going to take place 4 years after the events of this film.
So, my question is, where the fuck is Michael at that point?
I don't know. I got a feeling we're going to have a lot of things.
Do they catch him again? Do they bring back
I don't
the Halloween
know.
Returns
I don't want to
script?
see another escape.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to see another escape.
But at the same time, I mean, do you have him living like a fucking hobo, like in H2 from Rob Zombie?
I don't like that either. I didn't like that exposition either, where it was just kind of, it was a throwaway almost.
Because let's be fucking honest, dude. I mean,
I'm sorry, but Michael Myers is a hobo. Michael has an impulse and an urge to kill. You're not living as a hobo for 4 fucking years.
well, not just that. I mean,
you're not sustaining yourself. You don't have money. You don't have food. Like,
his idea of grabbing food is a fucking stray dog.
It's a dog, and it's like just impromptu. I need to fucking eat something, or I'm gonna die type of thing. It's not anything other than bare fucking necessities. I don't think he would survive 4 years. They mentioned it in here that he's a 6-year-old with the strength of a man and the mind of an animal. He essentially is. He's never progressed past that 6-year-old violent tendency, and he's still that little kid trapped in this man-sized body. He's not surviving 4 years by himself.
No.
He's going to have to be in captivity at some point, I'm assuming, but I don't want to see an escape.
Have you read the Halloween Return script?
No.
The canceled script? Because they pulled some shit out of it for this that I kind of liked from the original. I talked about that, like the flashback and all that. One of the things on that, in that movie, was Michael was captured at the end of end of 78.
Yeah.
He was on death row.
Okay.
And for his execution, they pushed the medicine and like his body pushes it back out. But here's my thing. If you're going paranormal with him now.
If you're going paranormal, that would be a way to go with it. It would be almost like his body would be rejecting death. Yeah. That would be like a medical way to say his body
it fucks up something and he escapes during the execution.
Ooh, I can see that. I'm tired of seeing the escape. I really am. I want to see.
You can't. How many times?
Not the escape from custody. I justify escaping him because he's escaped twice in 40 years. I'm sorry. After the first time, he was on maximum security. He escaped from this fucking place.
Yeah.
On a bus, a maximum security bus going to a different fucking facility. At this point, if he's recaptured for the third fucking
which
time,
a lot of people complained about, and I took up for their idea with was fucking keep fucking his name up, Sartain. Yeah, Sartain. Yeah. I supported Sartain's the idea of Sartain being in the movie. It was the best way I could think of that they could think of, I think, to get him to escape. Yeah. Because we've seen it so many times where he just overpowers people and escapes.
It's been done to fucking death, dude. Yeah. This is the 12th movie in this franchise, and every single time he gets away at like something like that.
And at least it wasn't fucking Man in Black.
Yeah. Oh God.
Right. So
they took his mask off, or they put him in the holding cell.
I know.
Just gonna leave you in the holding cell with all your shit. It's cool.
So I don't know where you go from here to justify a 4-year time jump.
I don't know. I'm interested to see where they're gonna go with it. I think he's gonna have to be in custody. I just don't know how they're gonna work it. I would actually, if I would want to see something, I would want to see a breakout, not an escape. I would like to see Allison lose her fucking shit because this dude killed both of her parents and try to break him out of fucking prison. Or break into the prison to try to get him, and that's how he escapes. Some kind of fucked up thing like that where she's the reason that he winds up getting out. Because she wants him to escape. Kind of almost
like with Lori whenever she was waiting for him at 2018.
To where she was waiting for him. To where, like, she wants him. And you know what? She's close with her grandmother in this particular branch of the fucking films. Yeah. It wouldn't be far-fetched for her to adopt some of that same thinking to where, like, I want him to escape so I can fucking kill him.
Yeah. Lori said that in 2018.
That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be that far for her to adopt that thinking because she's so close to Michael. Because she's so close to her grandmother. Now, before we go into ratings real quick, I have one more thing. For the love of God, cover your cadavers.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if anybody has noticed this at all.
The naked guy?
Okay, not even the naked guy. But, okay, oh, shit, what was his name?
Oscar.
Thank you. Oscar is not fully covered. He's in a fucking morgue with the windows wide the fuck open. His mother finds out that he's dead because she passes by a room and sees her son laying dead on the table.
Yeah. All jacked up.
All fucked up. And one of the other bodies in the morgue is not only not covered in the face, he's not covered at all.
Yeah.
There's two shots where it pans back and forth, and Allison is when Hawkins is coming back into the hospital when they've Cameron's already found Hawkins and they're wheeling Hawkins in on a gurney, and it's that scene. If you look in the background through the window, there's absolutely a naked dead guy just fucking chilling there, and I can't think of any reason or explanation why the hell. You know what? Someone's like, "Hey, you gonna cover that dead guy?" I'm going to lunch.
Yeah,
like, no,
it'll keep the air conditioning's low here.
It'll be fine. The windows are open. I'm hungry.
Yeah,
and they just leave them there on the table, dead and naked. All right, so where are you at with ratings?
Ooh,
just so you know, we rate things because it's been a while. We rate things 0 to 50.
And again, guys, this is off of initial watch. I know we watched it twice, but it was twice in a row. We're still kind of riding high on it.
Yeah. He's struggling. I don't think he knows what he wants to give it. He's trying not to go too high for anticipation for Halloween ends.
No,
he doesn't want to jump it too much because you got to give room. You got to give yourself room to grow.
Yeah, not just that. Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Like, I know this is going to change over the next
week. Yeah, the next couple of weeks when we watch it again, because we undoubtedly will. It's Halloween season. We're gonna watch this movie again.
We're gonna watch it twice this weekend.
I'm gonna watch it again this weekend for sure. Because I wanted all the stupid little things that I missed and all the things that there were so many fucking throwbacks and callbacks to this, and there was a lot of a lot of nostalgia and homages and things that I was just like, damn, I'm so happy. Like, half of the movie, I'm like, yes, look at that shit. You see that guy? You know who the fuck that is? Yeah, that guy. I was all excited. I was all jacked up.
Dude, the kills are so great.
Kills are fantastic.
I hate to go this fucking high, though, bro.
You're probably going around the same as I am.
47.
I'm actually going to go with a 47 as well. I'm going to stick with that. I was actually going to go as a 48. I do think that there are a couple of little things I could take away from it, which, by the way, 47 is a very fucking amazing score. Don't get me wrong. I love this movie. This is a movie that I'm going to watch again multiple times.
I'm watching this tomorrow morning.
This is probably going to be a movie that is going to join my my October repertoire of movies that I watch every Halloween.
Yeah.
This is going to be one of those movies.
There's very few, as far as Halloween movies,
there's very few that I actually look forward to watching too.
And
I love Michael Myers. I love the Halloween franchise, but a lot of the movies, you've seen all of our other reviews, a lot of them were just so, it was just Michael Myers, and that was the only hook they had.
Yeah.
There was nothing else.
Not to mention, they never got Michael right. That's
one thing I can collar say. Michael. We had Untucked Mask Michael. We had fucking
Data Mask Michael.
We had, 3 masks in one movie Michael. We had Josh Hartnett Michael with that fucking hair.
Oh, my God.
There were so many.
Scream Michael.
Scream Michael, yeah.
Buster Rhymes getting kicked Michael.
Crispy Cried.
Hillbilly Michael.
Michael Myers is not a sound bite.
But, like, and here's the thing. We watched 78. I know this is a different fucking movie, and I know we're going along with this, but.
Oh, it's cool.
At the end of 78, Halloween, you get to see where he does the sit-up after Laurie's fucking joked him.
Yeah, that is like an iconic fucking moment where he fucking.
Well, yeah, but when he walks out, you ever notice like he's like almost like a zombie when he walks out?
Yeah.
It makes me wonder if that's the scene that you bought that played him in Halloween 2 was after, because that's the biggest problem I have with that Michael. He's a fucking zombie. He walks like a zombie, moves like a zombie.
Which I'm hoping we don't get. I want him to keep the same mannerisms and same tone of walking and that presence that he had. I want him to be the shape.
But here's the thing, like Halloween 2, he was a fucking zombie. He just kind of like lumbered. Halloween 4, he was always really weird. He had the weird mask, and then he had the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was weird. Halloween 5, oh my God, that fucking mask. Halloween 6 had a great mask, and he was good. It's just the movie sucked around.
Halloween 6 was one of my favorite masks, actually.
Yeah.
That was one of the scariest fucking versions of that fucking mask. I loved it.
But, and then H2O, the fucking, he just felt off. He looked slimmer. He looked.
H2O was like the Kmart version of the mask.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, it was like almost, but that's not Michael Myers.
And then Resurrection, he had that weird fucking thing right here.
Yeah.
On the mask, but then
but
even not so much the mask, but the
mannerisms.
Yeah.
It was the way he was he wasn't
He got
Michael
punked out by
Myers.
fucking Busta Rhymes.
The real Michael Myers, I'm sorry, but in Halloween Resurrection, he's not walking away from that fucking dude.
Yeah,
He's not walking away from
no.
half of the shit he walked away from. He's like in this one where he shows that aggression and that impulsion. There's no thought process. It's just, oh, person, kill. Like, I'm so glad they did this in this movie with something that was kind of an homage to part 2. The girl with the fucking bloody knife where she's making the sandwich and crap.
Yeah.
In this movie, he didn't just fucking take her knife and leave blood on the fucking cutting board. He saw this woman, saw a fucking tool, and beat the living shit out of her. Then he took the fucking knife and he walked away. Like, there's no, like, should I kill this person? Do they deserve to die? Should I leave? And then, of course, no, it's an impulse. I see a person, they're a threat, and I'm going to kill, which is also one of the psychological reasons why they say, because I did watch a breakdown of some of the mannerisms of how he operates and why he does like he does and why he didn't kill the baby. Yeah. He doesn't kill the baby because the baby is not an immediate threat to him. Michael will only kill somebody as an impulsion of somebody who is an immediate threat to stopping him or killing him.
I don't know, because you can't say that, like, when they did the long one shot.
Okay.
In 18, the chick sitting on the phone in her house was not an immediate threat to him.
The chick on the phone in her house was an immediate threat to the effect of if she saw him walking down the alleyway, she has access to a phone and can call the cops to get there.
Okay. Vicky.
Which one's Vicky?
The little blonde. The babysitter.
Vicky, I don't know. Michael being in the closet as far as he was.
No, Michael gets off killing women.
Michael was in the
fucking closet.
He kills
men who get in his way.
He does kill men who get in his way, but the baby he wouldn't perceive as a threat, which is why he wouldn't kill baby.
Yeah, I think babies are just beneath
I think
him. He
that
didn't
still,
fucking care.
I still think that because it was a psychological breakdown. It's an article online. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to fucking pull it back up so I'm gonna post it in the links if I can find the fucking shit. It was a psychological breakdown that says that Michael creeping from house to house to get where he needs to be, hiding, lurking in shadows. How he wound up in the fucking closet with Vicky and while she's babysitting and everything. Maybe he was sneaking through the house to get to where he was. Maybe they were coming up the stairs. He hid in the fucking closet, stay out of sight. Vicky becomes a threat. She can immediately become a threat.
Yeah. He could have just also bypassed the fucking house, too.
Okay, but bypassing the house would mean being exposed further. The more you can stay indoors and out of fucking sight.
He was going to fucking kill her and fucking roll out anyways.
I still think it's impulse control. I still think it's just he sees somebody who has to fucking kill them.
Yeah.
The breakdown that I read was about a threat. Anybody who he perceives as could be a potential threat, he takes them away. So he takes that threat away.
Yeah.
But
I can tell you, like my closing subject. No, not argument. My closing statement.
Okay.
About the movie. One thing I'm very glad of, and they kind of try to touch on it. I don't want to know why Michael's killing.
I actually enjoy reading, because that's one of the reasons why I read that article with the breakdown of the psychological of why he would actually do what he's doing. I find it fascinating, but I also think that the absence of knowledge is something that people gravitate towards, and it makes it a lot more. If you don't have a legitimate reason, you're not safe from him.
That's why I didn't like Rob Zombie's. I don't want his mom to be a stripper and his dad to be abusive. Yeah. I don't want to know why he kills. I just let him go out there and just fuck people up.
I do like that because, and like I said, it's pretty much that it takes away the danger. Because if you're like, oh, well, he only fucking kills people who do this. Oh, well, then I just won't do that and I'll be fine. It takes away that danger. Whereas if he doesn't have a specific motive or reason to fucking kill, you're always a fucking target, and it adds to that fucking terror. Yep. And I would definitely agree with that.
That's it.
All right,
guys. Well, you can find us just about anywhere where you listen to podcasts.
We be everywhere.
Yep. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you find us there. If you're listening to this podcast-wise, you want to watch us as we tape this.
We're sitting in our comfortable chairs.
Yeah,
in our little place.
Chairs.
This is nice.
Yep. This will probably be like a new little studio area for right now. Yeah. But if you want to watch us fucking film this, be stupid, just find us on YouTube, Cajun Horror Talk. Same way you find us on all the podcast stuff.
And if you listen to a platform that doesn't allow comments or interactions with us, you can reach us at CajunHorrorFans@gmail.com. Talk some shit. Let us know if you agree with us. If you don't agree with us, We don't love to argue, but we love to have a conversation.
That's it.
That's the whole point of this podcast. If you want to fucking talk about it and you disagree with us, we'd love to have a conversation with you. And if you say something ridiculous, we'll probably put you up on on the screen and talk shit about you.
Oh, absolutely.
All in good fun, though, guys.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.